world no one else had ever seen. When he placed it on screen in Star Wars in 1977, he asked us to see it through the eyes of a restless and idealistic young man, Luke Skywalker. Through 3 films, Luke would travel to the farthest reaches of his galaxy, seeking adventure and manhood and wisdom. It would be a perilous journey, for this was a universe in turmoil, and the forces of light and darkness locked in mortal combat. The Dark Lord of the Sith, exemplar and symbol of all the evil Luke would ultimately have to confront, Darth Vader. On his long journey to that final confrontation, Luke would take strength and wisdom from a gentle, perfect knight.
Remember, a Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him.
And take knowledge from astounding sources.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Along his way, he would discover that, like everyone else, he contained all the world's possibilities within himself. The dark side, the Force, as well as the light. There was a bold and beautiful princess at the center of his universe. The bond they felt was powerful. And it was deepened by all that they shared. Han Solo, hot pilot and cool adventurer, was a man for all risks.
This bucket of bolts is never going to get past that blockade.
She's got a few surprises left in her, sweetheart.
Of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Lando Calrissian, that charming rogue, joined the Brotherhood of the Brave in The Empire Strikes Back. Their allies came in many strange shapes and sizes, and sustained them in every climate, even against impossible odds. But finally, a man must confront his destiny alone.
Let me done with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
In Return of the Jedi, Luke would reach the heart of darkness and its terrible temptation. The vision was unprecedented. So was the task of placing it on film. This is the saga behind the saga. Tunisia, 1975. The Star Wars company arrives at its first location. Besides conceiving and writing the film, George Lucas served as director. On such a complex project, that's at least one job too many, according to George. George co-wrote The Empire Strikes Back, oversaw pre- and post-production, and Irvin Kershner directed. All of the saga's directors. The newest member of a very exclusive club is Richard Marquand, who directed Jedi. In the desert near Yuma, Arizona, Richard would lead cast and crew through heat and sandstorms to complete one of Jedi's major sequences. We worked 4 weeks to realize what George and Richard had planned months before on a model. George was everywhere as we geared up to shoot. Here he's checking storyboards with designer Joe Johnston.
The battle of the big ship is still going on out beyond Death Star, right? Well, as the fighters go in,
you assume that the rebel cruisers also start to go in.
yeah.
He even turned up at my costume fitting.
It's actually quite similar outfit in the first film.
Really?
Black version that's a little bit more Jedi-like.
Jedi was more than a saga's climax. It offered George a chance few filmmakers get. The opportunity to improve on ideas, settings, and characters he had introduced in his earlier works.
And I created this great world. But I didn't have the fun of being able to run around in it. Now that I knew the world and I could see it, and it was a real thing, it brings up all kinds of ideas and things, funny moments, and adventures that you could have in that environment that you created. And I never got to exploit that. And I always felt, in my first film, that if I went back and made another film in that environment, using those characters, I could make a hell of a better movie. Just as infinitely more exciting and interesting and fascinating. Because the first one was just kind of, you're in a foreign environment, you just don't know what's going on. And it's the same for the author as it is for the audience.
Remember the Star Wars Cantina? Everyone loved it, except George. This was one of the things he always thought could be done better somehow.
Well, I'd always wanted to have the cantina be more than what it was. It was originally designed to be lots of very exotic creatures, and I shot it. I just didn't have the money and make it mad. It was still pretty fancy mad. So I was always left with sort of a less articulated monsters and less effective scene than I thought was necessary.
This is the monster rally of George's dreams. The setting is the palace of Jabba the Hutt, godfather of the galaxy and host to aliens from 1,000 worlds. Jabba's band was designed by Phil Tippett. He's head of the creature shop at Industrial Light and Magic. More than 80 creatures lurk in the shadows of Jabba's palace. That's more monsters by far than have ever been assembled for a single movie. They all began to take shape like this, as small models called maquettes. Most of them were sculpted over and over again before they were approved. A team of 15 artists, aided by other craftsmen, worked 13 months, the last 6 of them on a day and night basis,